1 week to the day after conservative youth leader, the founder of Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk, was gruesomely murdered while on a college speaking tour in Utah, the FBI continues to destroy its reputation as a trustworthy investigative agency. Basic questions have not been answered, and basic information cannot be provided to the public. Was it a 30-06 round that killed Charlie Kirk, or a different kind of bullet? Was it a Mauser rifle that was used? Nobody knows yet. And why is the crime scene at Utah Valley's campus not secure? Why would the crime scene be turned into a construction site so quickly? That tells you something's wrong here. Something is very, very wrong. It all fits a familiar pattern. It's the same pattern we saw after the Butler rally for Trump almost 14 months ago, when the FBI cleaned off the roof where Thomas Crooks was found. Join me now is a former Marine sniper, Zeb Boykin, who has analyzed the ballistics from the video in Utah and who might have just found the bullet that killed Charlie Kirk. His podcast channel is called Outside the Overton. I have posted it on my X. You should check it out. Hello, Zeb. I reposted your episode from your podcast yesterday. It caused quite
Thank
a
you
stir.
much. Yes, ma'am. It had picked up on YouTube, and I expected a little traction. I didn't expect all of this. But thank you for having me. Yeah, so I've been getting bombarded with a ton of new information and people kind of pointing out things, some good, some bad. It lines up, it doesn't line up, whatever. I kind of sift through it, and that's what I've been doing over the last, 24 hours. Like you said, I do believe I know where the bullet ended up. And so we can go through this since you gave me full screen. I'll go back into this. We'll take a look at it real quick. This is a HD footage that probably the best footage that we've gotten so far. And so I'm going to go through it. This is the same one that caught the flash up here. It's just in a right here. So this is an anomaly. And like I said in the video, I'll grant you that maybe it is just an anomaly, which is fine. But the problem is 8 frames later, we have Charlie Kirk, right? We have 8 frames later, Charlie Kirk. And then we have what I believe to be the bullet on exit. And you say it's going the wrong way. And I would agree with you, right? Here's the bullet on exit. We have 2 separate frames of this bullet on exit. And so you say, where would it come from? Is it just coming out the side? If it came out the front, why would it go back? And I would say I would agree with you. The problem is I do have footage that I don't have pulled up right now where it's essentially ricocheting either off of the water bottles or off of the table or something metal on the table. I can't confirm right now. But there are 2 frames with a bullet or a projectile or a dot that appears in the perfect frame that would be. There's just too many coincidences. Whoever grabbed this footage, shout out to them, hero. And so we're going to go back. And so what we see is, like I said, this projectile is moving this way. And you say, well, wouldn't it hit the building? And I would say, yes, it would hit the building. It would probably hit the building somewhere around here, right? So if we have this direction, this is a video real quick. Right, that direction will pull up this. This is aftermath. Why are they cleaning up so fast? Everybody wants to ask, why are they cleaning up so fast? If I'm right, which, well, I think I am, and a lot of people do that don't block me, feds. Anyway, why do we have a 20-foot ladder on the window? Why are we repairing a window post Charlie Kirk? Like, does it make any sense? Why are we reaching up there? And so I would follow that up with, we have the tampering video. Everybody wants to focus on the guy tampering. Well, granted, yes, we probably should, but maybe we should also focus on the guy behind him, if you will. Just follow the guy behind him, black shirt. What's he doing? Tell him, well, what was that? We have him telling people, go back, get away. What's up there? What are we getting away from? And then about 5 or 6 seconds later, he starts pointing up to that same window that we have right here. He's standing here telling people, get away from down here. Here's your window. This is aftermath. This is tampering video. Everybody can go back, double check everything I have here. It is what it is. I don't want to be in this position. I'm not a gun tuber. I'm not a ballistics. I don't try to do this ballistics thing. I haven't even mentioned my Marine or scout sniper status since I've started the podcasting. newscasting, whatever you want to call it. I just don't want to lean on it. I don't think credibility is very valuable nowadays, but here we are. The problem is I don't need the credibility to prove what I'm showing you right now. You can remove everything I have, but the evidence is believable. And so this is what we have. We have Charlie Kirk here, ricochet off of here, on back up in this direction. It is what it is. That's what we have.
Also, I want to point out so your video, I've watched a lot of them. Obviously, I'm not an expert. And like you said, the connotation of the word expert and credibility has lost its meaning, right, post-COVID. Especially too when we're listening to what the FBI is trying to tell us. One of your episodes was called "The FBI is Lying." I agree with you. Something you pointed out that I'd seen from some first responders doing videos and nurses who have experience with triage, emergency room experience, was what the wound looked like, right? And you actually, in your video, you did the comparison of bullet sizes and how that would compare to wound sizes. And that's something that I had seen from several other people in different fields that would know, like the medical field. I saw particularly one nurse who worked in emergency say, this looks more like an exit wound to me. That's the conclusion you arrived at as well, right?
I mean, the nurses, especially ER, would be able to kind of lend credence to that. I would say an amateur hunter would be able to explain that to you also, right? If they shoot a deer, you're not going to find the entry wound until you shave it off and you actually go through it. The exit wound is obviously on the back end. I pulled up pistol rounds. It's the same thing as evident in sniper rounds, depending on size, depending on how it's built, if it's hollow point, if it's not, if it's a rip round or whatever they have built in. But yeah, I mean, it's so obviously an exit round. I don't understand how people are coming to the conclusion that it's an entry round unless they just assume that the FBI is telling the truth, which I think baseline across the board, everybody should agree to that. And so this is the problem, is that I would like to believe the FBI, but they're just incompetent. And if this is a cover-up, the cover-up is more incompetent than the FBI has been in the last, 6 months, however long the Trump administration has been going on. I mean, if you want me to trust the plan or whatever, call me, tell me the plan. Maybe I won't tell anybody. I don't know. But this is the problem, is that they're quite obviously lying, and well, the ballistics don't lie.